everybody, welcome back to another episode of Drug Talk. As always, I'm your host, Garrett Campbell. Today we're going to be discussing a medication known as Meprobamate. Its brand name is Trancot. Before I talk about the medication itself, just keep in mind that this channel is for information purposes only and not to be used as a source for recommendations for your personal health care. The exact mechanism of action for Meprobamate is still currently unknown. However, it's thought that it acts on multiple sites in the central nervous system, including the thalamus and limbic system. In terms of indications for use, Meprobamate is indicated to be used in the treatment of anxiety disorder for up to 4 months. Before somebody was to use Meprobamate or Trancot, there are some contraindications they must clear, as well as some precautions and warnings that they should be made aware of. Patients with acute intermittent porphyria would not be able to use Meprobamate. And it would also be contraindicated in patients who have a hypersensitivity to Meprobamate or related compounds. Now, in terms of precautions, Meprobamate is on the Beers criteria, which is a list of medications that the elderly population should either avoid or use cautiously. In this population, we would be concerned over the high incidence of physical dependence, and the sedation that this medication can cause may put these patients at an increased risk of falls, which may cause fractures. Patients who have prolonged or excessive exposure to Meprobamate should not stop the medication abruptly. It is not recommended to use this medication with alcohol, psychotropic drugs, or other CNS depressants. This medication may impair mental or physical abilities to perform hazardous tasks, such as driving an automobile or operating heavy machinery. Patients must be made aware that this medication may produce dependence. And finally, we want to avoid this medication in pregnancy. So once somebody is cleared of the contraindications and made aware of the precautions and warnings, and they start to use Meprobamate, they can expect to receive their dose in tablet form. So when somebody is using Meprobamate to treat their anxiety, the common initial dose would be 400 milligrams 3 or 4 times daily. There is an extended release version at 600 milligrams. This version can be given twice daily. When somebody is using it twice daily, they would typically take their doses in the morning and at bedtime. And as mentioned in the indication section of this video, this medication can only be used for anxiety for 4 months. Patients with mild renal impairment should separate their doses by at least 6 hours. And patients with moderate renal impairment, if they are using Meprobamate, should separate their doses by at least 9 to 12 hours. Now, as with all medications, there are some side effects or adverse reactions that patients may experience while using Meprobamate or Trancot, so I'll list off some of those here for you now. Diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting have occurred in patients using this medication. Ataxia, dizziness, and headache have all been reported, as well as somnolence and vertigo. Now, some more rare but serious side effects would be cardiac dysrhythmias, hypotension, agranulocytosis, Stevens-Johnson syndrome, seizure, or drug withdrawal. That's all we're going to talk about today with Meprobamate or Trancot. As always, I'm thankful you took the time to come by and watch one of my videos. If you found the information valuable and you'd like to help me grow this channel, you can like the videos, share the videos, or most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's also some links in the description you can check out as well. That's it for today. Take care.